Welcome everybody to the final day of the Palm Beach Motor Yachts Trans-Tasman 49er Exhibition Series. We are live from the beautiful waters of Hamilton Island as part of the 40th anniversary presented by Amex. What an incredible opportunity to be here showcasing what could potentially be an Olympic venue come 2032. We have teams battling it out today for the honours, and we'll go straight to have a look at them now. We have Club Car, Otto Henry and Sean Connor, Jack Ferguson and Jack Hildebrand on Easy Go, Harry Price and Max Paul on Buckingham Marine Services, Kurt Hansen and Charlie Zeman on Steadfast, Laura Harding and Annie Wilmot on Amex. They're leading the FXs at the moment. Brooke Wilson and Evie Hazeldine on Ord Minette, and then Meaga Ferguson and Dervla Duggan are on IGA. That is the Australian sailing team athletes who are up against none other than our Trans-Tasman rivals. And who better to face up against here in Hamilton Island but the New Zealand sailing team. On AG1, we have Nicola Hume and Rebecca Hume. On Palm Beach, leading the regatta at the moment, Seb Menzies and George Lee Rush. On the Sundays, Isaac McCarty and Will Mackenzie, silver medalists from Paris 2024. Hamilton Island Air, Sam Bacon and Blake McGlashan. North Sails, Matthias Coots and Oscar Gunn. And Journey Beyond, Francisco Cairuz and Hamish McLaren. Back to our beautiful Dent Passage here in our racetrack, and we are about to go into sequence for the next race of this series. It's going to be fierce, it's going to be fast, and there's going to be a lot of action. I'll just run you through the course very quickly. We might just pop to a wide shot so that I can show you the course on the screen now. And if you are watching from the Bommy Deck at the stunning Hamilton Island Yacht Club, we have the start to the right of what you are looking at. Those two yellow marks is where we will see these 13 teams battling it out straight up towards a yellow mark, which is right off the Bommy Deck. They'll bear away around that mark and go for another lap down to the bottom, inside, outside, round those yellow marks, back up to the top mark, reaching into the two orange marks right off the Bommy Deck. They are going to have to drop their spinnakers quick smart before they hit this beautiful little reef right off the yacht club. It's going to be absolutely stunning action. And we'll go back to the start now. About to go into a sequence, watching these flags. As soon as code flag F goes up, it is 5 minutes to go. I am so excited. I'm not sure if you can tell. We have our amazing commentator out on the water, Katie Spithill, who has sailed at the highest level in women's match racing. We will have double gold medalist Malcolm Page, the CEO of Australian Sailing, joining us very soon as we're into 5 minutes to go for race number 7 of the Palm Beach Motor Yachts Trans-Tasman 49er Exhibition Series. We're up close and personal. Absolutely stunning shots from our studio out on the water. And even better seats, if you're watching on the big screen at Front Street, you need to get to the Hamilton Island Yacht Club. You'll get a front row seat to see these incredible Olympic races and hopefuls up close. It's been an absolute pleasure to have them here as part of the 40th anniversary celebrations. I'll run you through the results quickly. As I mentioned in the team's intro, Seb Menzies and George Lee Rush lead. They are from New Zealand. They have the Palm Beach insignia on their mainsail. They're followed by Club Car, Otto Henry and Sean Connor from Australia. Then Harry Price and Max Paul, Buckingham Marine Services on their mainsail. Into the 4-minute gun now, and you'll start to see them racking up. The tide is coming in, which means it is pushing the boats to the left as we are looking at the course from the Bommy Deck. And I do believe we're also on all of the screens around all of the hotels, live on the Hamilton Island YouTube channel, as well as the Sailor Girl Facebook channel. My pleasure to be with you. My name is Nick Douglas, and some do refer to me as the Sailor Girl, but I am just so excited. Olympic classes are my jam. The tactics, strategy, and the way that they finesse these boats around the course is just phenomenal. Identical boats. So it is really about sailor on sailor. The 49ers, you might see, are just slightly taller. They've got a little bit more rig and a little bit more speed potentially than the FXs. We were hoping we'd have more breeze this week and we'd see what often happens in practice, where the women can actually beat the men. But it hasn't eventuated this week. Perhaps in another few days we would have seen that happen, as we have seen in so many training camps for these athletes. 3 minutes to go now, or just under that. And this beautiful trade wind will continue to build for the rest of the week. Just watching some of the incredible boats. Incredible, apparently, it was my buzzword of yesterday, but it is absolutely stunning here. Hard not to be in love, that is for sure. Back to the water level here. Emma Roberts with the code flag F, that is the white insignia with a red diamond. Next to her, Matt Stevens, one of the coaching team with the New Zealand athletes. We've also had their performance directors here on the island. But everyone's really been chipping in to give these athletes the best chance. We can see them now starting to gather on starboard tack. They're liking the end of the line that's closest to the yacht club. That's the pin end of the line. We'll stay on water here as they start to head back. Under 2 minutes to go now. The next move by the race committee will be to drop that blue flag with the white square, or the blue Peter. That flag will come down and that will indicate 1 minute to go for these athletes for race number 7 of the series. Ooh, I'm getting the jitters. It's quite close at the top. We'll have race 7, race 8, and then a double points race 9 today, which could change everything. Well, at least at the top end, it could mix things up a little bit. Consistency is the aim of the game for these athletes today. 2 on board each of the boats. The 49er have 2 males and the FX 2 females. Is our Olympic skiff class. The 49er has been, it's 1 minute to go now. The 49er has been an Olympic class for quite some time. We have an incredible legacy for both the New Zealand and Australian athletes in this class, having won a gold and a silver, the Aussies, and 2 golds and a silver for the Kiwis in this class in the 49ers. None of us have won I think we've had a silver actually in the FX, and one of the coaches, Molly Meach, is on the water at the moment. She sailed with Joe Alley. Incredible sailor. Also medalled in the 470. And the Aussies and Kiwis have revelled in these conditions, and also the opportunity to learn from each other in the Southern Hemisphere. 15 seconds to go until the start of race number 7. Counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And they are away for race number 7 of the Palm Beach Motor Yachts Trans-Tasman 49er Exhibition Series. Brilliant start up towards the pin end of the line, but it does look like Steadfast have gotten quite... Oh, and they're actually going for a bear away. Steadfast have been called over. They're going for a spin there. That is Kurt Hansen and Charlie Zeman. If you are over at the start, you are forced to do a penalty turn just to make sure that things are equal. New Zealand 900 now tacking over, and they'll head back towards us. If we go to the wide screen option, you can see this big right-hand shift, how high the sailors are pointing in what we'll call the Yacht Club puffs, the Yacht Club stream of air coming down off the top of Hamilton Island Yacht Club. Harry Price and Max Paul tacking over now. They're in 3rd position. Back to the water. Easy go. Jack Hildebrand and Jack Ferguson up the back, holding this starboard pack. And they do look to be in a very strong position as the fleets start to come back together. Big split as they come into the top mark for the first time. They're absolutely ripping in these trade wind conditions in Dent Passage. Get ready for this, ladies and gentlemen, as they head in towards the top mark. Oz 61 leads the fleet at the moment. Jack Ferguson and Jack Hildebrand, Jack and Jack, or Smart Casual as he has become known at this camp, Jack Hildebrand. They will round in front with New Zealand 4 behind them. Isaac McCarty and William McKenzie. Easy Go leads the Sundays. Australian Spinnaker hoisted as they round. And then the Kiwis, those silver medalists, they've earned that Spinnaker, that is for sure. Next around, Oz 25, Max Paul and Harry Price up the back on Buckingham Marine Services. Then Oz 135 next to round, and they're driving off for a little bit of a split there. Does look like there's a great stream of pressure heading down the bomby deck from the Yacht Club. North Sails have also opted for a straight set. Matthias Coots and Oscar Dunn sitting at the moment in 4th position overall. The series leaders rounded just in front of them. Seb Menzies and George LaRush on the Palm Beach boat. They're in stealth mode. They don't have any numbers in case you thought that was a little bit tricky. On the water here, beautiful shot of the leading FX team. Annie Wilmot up the front for Laura Harding. They opted for a jibe set. They're sitting in the top 5 today. As I mentioned, they do perform incredibly well against the 49er teams when there is a bit of extra puff. Club Car 47 trying to roll them to windward there. That is Otto Henry and Sean Connor. They're trying to get back in the mix as they head to the bottom mark for their first lap. They've only got one more work to the finish and then the run in to the bomby deck. This is absolutely glorious conditions as we go to the bottom mark now, going for a drop. One final jibe for the Kiwis. The Aussies continue to lead. Jack Hildebrand and Jack Ferguson are rounding now. Round the bottom mark, right-hand turn, followed by Isaac McCarty and William McKenzie, who had a tough first day. They actually lost their spinnaker halyard, which meant they had to go back to the beach. So they've not had the best regatta, but they had a 3.62 yesterday. Beautiful sailing from those silver medalists. They've been forced to tack off, though, as Jack Ferguson and Jack Hildebrand head back towards the Yacht Club on that distant view. We'll go back to the bottom mark here. You can see the silver medalists on the Sundays heading straight towards the on-water camera. We'll go back to the high view. Look at this pressure. This is absolutely stunning conditions. Textbook sailing from Jack and Jack, making sure that they go back to that side of the course that has treated them well, but splits from the silver medalists with the hope that they can come back on starboard and have right of way over the two young Aussies. The new pairing, absolutely fantastic sailing from those two. They're going to try to come back at the Sundays. Easy go coming in on port. I do think, though, that Buckingham Marine have made gains through the middle of the course. They'll tack to leeward of the Kiwis as they come back across here. And big gains to the Sundays. Harry Price and Max Paul tack in front of the reigning silver medalists. I think they may even be in the lead. They've managed to come through the middle of the course. We'll see. We've got a meet coming up. And this is their last leg. They'll round the top mark and come into the finish. I'm pretty excited for this, ladies and gents. If you're on the bomby deck, you'll basically be able to touch them. You see the variability across the course is very tough. Last mark here. You can see here that the Sundays, Isaac McCarty and William McKenzie don't have any pressure out on that right-hand side. Around the top, Jack and Jack managed to hold on. They're going for a hoist. The spinnaker is up, and now they'll head for home. We're out on the water here. The Sundays round in third. And, oh gosh, big gains coming into the finish here. This is absolutely glorious. Beautiful sailing by Buckingham Marine to windward. Can they hold it? Can they get over the top of Easy Go? I don't think they can. It looks like the end further away from the bomby deck is favoured to the right of your screen. Oh, this is absolutely textbook. Across the line they go. That is too close to call. We'll have to leave that to the finishers. I do think, though, it was Oz 61, Jack Ferguson and Jack Hildebrand in first place on Easy Go. Then Buckingham Marine Services, the Sundays relegated to third position. Then Palm Beach, the series leaders, finish in fourth position. Oh, we've got a big luffing duel happening on the far side. The girls going for another hoist after luffing North Sails. Amex, do they get in there? No, I do believe North Sails managed to pip Amex there. Oh, tough sailing, but epic watching. Steadfast rounded just behind New Zealand, 1-3-5, which is Journey Beyond. Kay Roos and Hamish McLaren, they've had an excellent regatta. That was fast and furious, as I mentioned. Oh, goodness gracious me. 2 more races to come, ladies and gentlemen. We might just have to go to an interview with the 2 Jacks who just won that 7th race of this series. Going to the Jacks now. Let's hear from them and their incredible campaign thus far. We love to call them smart casual.
Hi, my name's Jack Hildebrand.
I'm Jack Ferguson.
We've been staying together for about 1.5 years, on and off a little bit.
And fun fact is this is smart casual.
We're absolutely loving being here on Hamilton Island for this training camp. It's a glamour to be sailing here in Australia and doing some training at home in these great conditions and beautiful weather here.
Yeah, an absolutely awesome venue. Conditions have been very challenging, but honestly, it's such an incredible place to sail and really picks our brains. So using all our sailing knowledges combined to do the best we can here. The calibre of the fleet here between the Aussies and the Kiwis is quite impressive. Definitely finding a lot of just enjoying the racing a lot alongside these guys, and we're quite young and just learning everything we can.
And we are back in the beautiful Dent Passage. 1 race for today is done. We have 2 more and then a double points race. Absolutely glorious conditions. And these boats are incredibly tough to sail. They make it look easy, these sailors, but they're essentially sailing them full time at the moment as they're on their quest already for either LA in 2028 or Brisbane in 2032. And I do say Brisbane, but fingers crossed, it's a little bit further north than where the waters have been named. Townsville, all the Whitsundays have been announced as the sailing venue for 2032. Of course, us here at Hamilton Island are pretty proud of this waterway and keen to see the Olympic classes showcased here more often. Absolutely gorgeous scenes. Just the urgency with purpose that we saw during that race from all of the teams. And those that end up in front are just a little bit quicker, have a little bit more finesse, able to consolidate their position a little bit more with a little bit more accuracy. We'll stand by for the next race. Stunning images from out on the water. We might go to another interview now with a team that have literally only paired up just for this regatta. Kurt Hansen is a Queenslander, a proud Queenslander, and he hasn't sailed for some time, but jumped at the opportunity to get back in the 49er, and he's paired up with Charlie Zeman. Now, this was a bit of a fun one because Charlie Zeman tried to get out of doing the media opportunity, so we chased him up and made him do it anyway.
Hey, my name's Kurt Hansen, and this is Charlie, my crew.
Hey, I'm Charlie Zeman.
Tomorrow or Sunday will be our first day sailing together, so it's going to be interesting. And this is my first week in a 49er in about 5 years, so yeah, we're pretty green, but no expectations.
Oh, my fun fact. I'm currently playing golf. I should be studying, but I'm playing golf. Yeah, just finished up.
We got the Dent Island Golf Champs coming up tomorrow, so he's getting primed for that. Charlie and I go way back, don't we?
Yeah, I think we've had one conversation before in person, so we've got a pretty good bond.
Yeah, we're pretty tight. So the mantra for the week I think is just happy to be here. That pretty much sums it up, to be honest. I mean, pretty dreamy sailing the 49er in the Whitsundays, so yeah, it doesn't get any better.
Doing incredibly well, Kurt Hansen and Charlie Zeman on Steadfast. They won the first race, then they've had a 6, a 7 and a 10. They're sitting just behind Jack Ferguson and Jack Hildebrand overall, who were the winners of that last race. This is just so fun, I have to say. I think maybe we should see if we can head out to the water and get a little bit of a chat with our on-water commentator, Katie Spithill. She'll give us all the latest from down on the water and the conditions. I'm sure she could see more of it than I could, but it was also so fast. It was really hard to tune into it, but I think there were some shifts here and there to make opportunities and to take gains when they presented themselves. This breeze continues to increase, which will make the next race even more speedy. Positioning and percentages are the aim of the game today, ladies and gentlemen, from wherever you are watching. The Palm Beach Motor Yachts Trans-Tasman 49er Exhibition Series. Katie, what can you see down on the water?
Well, Nick, we have again today, just like yesterday, that current moving from north to south. We are having a very short time on port tack and a longer time on starboard. A little bit similar to yesterday as well, we're seeing that breeze come out of the yacht, coming out of the marina as well.
Excellent. So we have yacht club puffs, we have airport puffs. What end of the start line was favoured then? We could see it from front on, but it looked like a few boats were potentially over.
Yes, there was. Yes, with the tide carrying them over the line, and with port being, there was quite a fight for the boat end.
Copy that. So fighting for the boat end. Thank you so much, Katie. It looks like we're in a sequence, so we'll go back to getting in position for the next start. This is the second last race of the series. And looking at the scores, it does appear that Palm Beach are holding on to the lead. And as if by clockwork, because we know that he loves to come second, just kidding. We've had our co-commentator join us in the booth after a fantastic day of sailing, no doubt, on the mighty Hooligan. Malcolm Page, how was your day?
G'day, Nick. Long, very, very long. I think it was like 5.5 hours or 5 hours, 45 minutes for us to do the long race today.
The Nautilus Classic long race was long.
Long. Imagine that.
Imagine that, exactly.
True to its word.
True to its word. But how did the team go on board the Hooligan?
No, actually, we, apart from a so-so start, we actually started really well after that. You know, we got a little bit too far up the line and everyone pinned us out and starboard. And so I think we were almost last going out around Dent Island. But we started really well after that and managed to squeak our way through and get in front of the 52s, but chase the rest.
Fantastic. And I've just handed him a teams list in larger writing. Yesterday he was saying that it's too hard to switch between his glasses and his sunnies because we're on the veranda in the beautiful Whitsunday sun.
I know. Now I can read the results. And you got a screen up for me so the sun's not blaring in my eyes. This is like a business class.
I know, business class, and a big thanks to the Hamilton Island team, forever working hard. They've managed to jury-rig us a sunshade. It's fantastic. You know, the best thing ever to complain about is that it's too sunny in the spot that you're commentating.
So where are we, Nick? What have we had a race already?
We have had a race already, and I'll bring you up to speed. Jack Ferguson and Jack Hildebrand took the win.
Jack Squared did well. Nice one.
Jack Squared did
Go Australia.
very well. Harry Price and Max Paul on Buckingham Marine was second.
Oh,
I know, double Aussies. And then
it's like the Australian Nationals.
In third, Isaac McCarty and William McKenzie. They were in second coming around the bottom. Beautiful work from Buckingham Marine to move into second place. So.
Okay, great. That's good to hear that the Aussies there is trying to give it to the Kiwis. Good Trans-Tasman rivalry.
Indeed. And the FX class, Laura Harding and Annie Wilmot took the win, but they were also 8th across the line. So
okay, so right amongst it with the 49ers again.
Indeed, good to see them up in the mix. It's only 6 points the difference now between Seb Menzies and George Larache on Palm Beach overall, and Harry Price and Max Paul on Buckingham Marine have moved into second place.
Well, we've got a lot to play out, so 2 more races to go, hey? And
2 more races to go, and a medal race at the end, a double points race at the end.
Oh, okay, all right. So maybe we need to have a little side bet there, Nick. We'll obviously let one more race to go, and then we'll have our little bet.
Indeed. 1 minute to go now, ladies and gentlemen, until the start of the 8th race of the series for the Palm Beach Motor Yachts Trans-Tasman 49er Exhibition Series as part of the 40th anniversary of Hamilton Island Race Week. Beautiful start in front of us. The breeze is just continuing to build. I cannot believe these conditions. Perfect. Glamorous.
Well, today's actually back to more that trade wind direction, and of course, pretty close to the trade wind strength as well. Oh, certainly it is now. Maybe not early on today, but what do they have out there? Maybe 12 knots, and more that southeast direction. So the airport runway is working well. That wind direction.
They're absolutely powered up too. It was incredible viewing. And that is my buzzword, incredible. But if you are anywhere on Hamilton Island right now, you should be at the Yacht Club. This is fantastic as we are underway. Any tick of the clock for race number 8 is away. And we've even got some opting to start on Port Tack.
Well, if the breeze is better on the right, it's actually quite often the 49ers will do this because the cost, especially when there's stronger wind, they're planing, the cost to tack is worth a hell of a lot more than just starting on port and ducking those starboard boats and just racing to the side you want to be.
And out in front at the moment, heading on port across is the Stealth boat. It's Seb Menzies and George Lee Rush with Palm Beach heading to the left of your screen or the left of the view that you're looking at from the bommy deck. They've just tacked over now. It will all come down to pressure, I think, Mal, how this unfolds, because the boats on the right-hand side, to me, appear to have less pressure than those who are coming straight to the Yacht Club right now.
Certainly got the ones coming in close to the Yacht Club have a better angle. So, probably equal, if not better pressure, but better angle as well. So they're going around the bow of them. You can even see the FX there, 777, Oz 777, that's on a great angle as well.
Yeah,
but will it last? That's the problem.
Mina Ferguson and Dervla Duggan, can they come back with some pressure to consolidate that position? I'm not sure. It does. It's starting to look stronger on the right. The further...
The thing is, though, that it all depends on the Palm Beach boat. Will they lay that top mark? If they don't and got to do 2 tacks, maybe the boats up on their hip might be even more advantageous.
I hope we didn't jinx IGA there. They did end up in a bit of a port and starboard situation with North Sails, Matthias Coots and Oscar Gunn. But into the top mark, current series leader, Palm Beach, Seb Menzies and George Lee Rush continue to sail absolutely beautifully and convert every single manoeuvre that they make. Look at that jibe. Oh, you go a jibe set straight back into the pack. That's brave.
The stealth spinnaker as well, the black spinnaker, the stealth boat. What a manoeuvre there. And obviously they're banking on that same side that worked for them on the upwind.
Oh, indeed. Oh, gosh, you can see how much it costs when a boat sails over the top of you like Otto Henry and Sean Connor just did to Steadfast. They sailed straight over the top of Kurt Hansen and Charlie Zeman. They're jibing now on Club Car. They might be able to get back across to that puff. Battens didn't want to pop there, though. That was a bit rough.
Again, I think that right hand, looking upwind right-hand side or on Den Island side of the passage is got a little bit more pressure, bit better average.
North Sails out on the right-hand side as you're looking at the screen has completely run out of pressure here. They're in the boat.
Oh, Matthias Coots. That's not the best.
No, that isn't the best as I'm looking out to the Palm Beach and Club Car boats absolutely ripping across a puff, double stringing or, both out on the wire. And North Sails are in the boat trying to jibe back. This is really, really tough on these sailors. Club Car in a great puff, reaching over the top.
Yeah, Otto and Sean there have done a great job. They can actually get down to that left-hand gate turn. They've passed the Kiwis there.
I do believe they'll lead round the bottom, and off they go. They'll go straight back out to that right-hand side, which seems to be incredibly strong. They need a win here to get them back into the mix in the top 3. They are coming third. Right-hand turn for the series leaders and for the next 2 boats around behind them as well.
The pressure differentials out there is pretty cruel. You can see some of the spinnakers going downwind that are very soft at the moment. But the 2 boats heading at either corners have got good pressure. Otto and Sean doing an attack out there on the right-hand side. Hope they got the ley line right.
Oof. This will be close because I think the puff is coming off the Yacht Club right now. Gains to the Kiwis at this point in time, I would say. They're starting to come bow down at us too, which indicates a potential shift for them.
And probably I'm talking about from our race too, but I think the Kiwis on this side, closer to the Yacht Club, is probably in a little bit more current. But that will shift as they get towards the top mark.
As we say that, it does look like more pressure's coming down from the side where the Australians are, and they look really strong as we come back. I think the New Zealand 4 boat has made massive gains outside on that right-hand puff. The Sundays, Isaac McCarty and William Mackenzie showing their prowess, but I don't think they're crossing the series leaders. Not at all.
Well, Otto and Sean go a little bit soft there on the starboard lay, but I think they might still have enough in the bank, especially with them being up current off the mark. So that's the advantage. Oh, here we go, port and starboard.
Big gain for Club Car. They managed to get around the top mark again in first position. It did look like the Kiwis might get them back, but they didn't as we head into the finish now, Mal. This is how fast and furious these races are.
Oh, they're setting spinnakers. That's good to see. Anything could happen.
Double wiring right into the finish line last race. We'll see if that eventuates again. Club Car in front, followed by Palm Beach.
Any pressure in these
on the screen.
Any pressure in these poor boats are going to be carted down the racetrack. So laying the finish line could be difficult.
I think they might.
Soft pressure. They're standing up in the boat now.
They might just sneak in here. But look at the double wire behind them. The silver medalists, Isaac McCarty and William Mackenzie, double wiring. But the Aussies just sneak in front. Club Car, Otto Henry and Sean Connor take the win. I know that Rupert Henry, Otto's dad, is up on the bomby deck watching, followed by Palm Beach. Then double trapping into the finish, the Sundays. That's class. Look at this, down to leeward.
Yeah, I think that's Max Paul and
Harry Price.
Harry Price just got rolled by the red spinnaker, but I think
Zealand,
they got the blue.
New Zealand 900, Hamilton Island Air, Sam Bacon and Blake McGlashan. It's a good finish for them. It'll be really close between Oz 20 and Oz 25. It's Kurt Hansen and Charlie Zeman, and then Max Paul crewing.
Oh boy, we got a
Harry Price. Oh no,
we got a problem.
Problem. The spinnaker may need to come down here for these boys, but they're going to try and do it anyway. Easy go, going for a hoist. Not sure it'll be enough. Oh, big rag here. Can they make it round the finish mark without touching it? They managed to get around. North Sails, Mateus Coots and Oscar Gunn. Then the Jacks, who won the last race.
A bit of a yo-yo performance there by the Jacks, hey?
I think you said it yesterday, Mel. Sometimes you can have a good race and the next one's not so good because you become a little bit more complacent.
Oh, yeah. Laura and Annie there trying to slip through underneath the 49er.
Can they get there?
They might get bragging rights. Oh, I think they did.
I think they got them. Oz 5 Amex crosses the line in front of Journey Beyond. New Zealand 135 Carews and McLaren. Oz 44 crosses next. Brooke Wilson with Evie Hazeldine up front. And then IGA, Mina Ferguson and Dervla Duggan. Ooh, girls coming into the finish.
Oh, we have a bit of teabagging going on.
Yeah, this is what we call a teabag, ladies and gentlemen. But great to see Nicola Hume and Rebecca Hume on AG1.
Good
They've
recovery.
closed the gap. Yeah, good recovery, and they've closed the gap to the other boats as well, based on the other races of the series. One race to go, and it will be double points. The leaders in the FX class after 8 races, I would say, would still be Laura Harding and Annie Wilmot on Amex. And Seb Menzies and George Lee Rush on Palm Beach have more than likely extended their gap as well. Look at this reach into the start line here, Mal. Glorious conditions.
Even when they finish the race, they can't help themselves, can they? They're still sending the boats and having some fun.
Now, a big thank you to Palm Beach Motor Yachts for their support of this incredible event at Hamilton Island. I know Mark Richards was out on Wild Oats 10 today. And, of course, the Yachtsman's Powerboat has now connected itself quite highly to this high-performance racing here on Hamilton Island.
Palm Beach Motor Yachts is proud to sponsor the Palm Beach Motor Yachts Trans-Tasman 49ers series. The competitive spirit and drive for excellence are at the heart of all Palm Beach Motor Yachts. Founded by ocean racing champion Mark Richards and built using our ocean racing-inspired proprietary V-Warp technology. Delivering unrivaled fuel efficiency and class-leading performance without compromise. Experience the true yachtsman's powerboat. PalmBeachMotorYachts.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Palm Beach Motor Yachts Trans-Tasman 49er Exhibition Series here at beautiful Hamilton Island. Absolutely glorious conditions. We're getting ready for the last race of the day, double points. Just running through the results now. And that win for Otto Henry and Sean Connor has put them on equal points now with Harry Price and Max Paul. Club Car and Buckingham Marine on equal points going into this last race.
So this trainer's going to have a bit of a battle there, aren't they?
Winner takes all, potentially.
Well, it's who beats who for sure.
Oh, this will be exciting.
I don't know. I know they might be sailing for the same country, but I know there'll be a lot of pride individually from each boat, and they'll be fighting hard to fly the flag.
Absolutely. I'm getting nervous just thinking about it because we are early in this quad for LA 2028, but we all can't help but look forward to 2032 and beyond that as well. But the adrenaline that's building up now, I guess, I mean, you've been in this situation before. It's not the Olympics yet, Malcolm Page, but the adrenaline that you get before a last race that's double points. You were actually in the first ever medal race that was double points in Beijing. That was the first time we ever had it.
Obviously, we got to practice it in World Championships before that, and I've got a very sad story about my first World Championships double points. Managed to lose it on the last mark.
No.
Lose the World Championship. So, anyway, I'm trying to put it behind me, even though it was about 20 years ago. Still.
We hold those moments, see, and that's why that adrenaline is just at its absolute peak at the moment, because you hold on to those losses for forever, essentially. But the medal race you did in Beijing was just fine.
That one was just fine.
Yeah.
We were mathematically impossible to be beaten, so that was the best medal race you can do. Wasn't quite the same in London. We definitely had to be close, or certainly just one behind the Brits, or beat them. Obviously, that sealed the deal. But that ended up okay too.
Yeah,
not on the first lap, on the second lap.
On the second lap, it was an absolutely beautiful thing. I remember watching it in the middle of the night, and don't tell anybody, on my VPN. Oh goodness, London! What a fantastic event that was for Australian sailing. And sorry, Kiwis, I know there are some Kiwis here cheering people on too. It was a good event for you too, but that was Trans-Tasman rivalry too.
Of course.
Getting ready for the last race. But
Nick,
yeah.
the stealth boat has got themselves in a great spot. Obviously, that's second place there. The Palm Beach stealth boat, Seb and George from New Zealand. Mm-hmm. They've got themselves now 10 points ahead. So obviously their tactics is, especially with the two boats behind them being equal, they can probably not, just relax completely, but let those two play the game and just, I guess my tactics would be to sail near them, to make sure you sail their boat fast, well, and just go the same way as them, and that'll reduce that risk.
100%. It's all about consolidating their position now and making sure that they remain a little bit resilient and not take too many risks. As you mentioned, any risk could mean a loss. It could mean a gain, but it could also mean a loss, and that's the game that you play in sailing all the time.
But from the FX standpoint, what have we got going on? Looks like the Amex boat, Laura and Annie, the leaders, and they've got a good points lead over the others. I guess it'd probably be the same sort of tactics. Don't do anything crazy. Make sure you're not over the start line, and then just go fast and stay near your competitors, and that reduces that risk.
Indeed, and we are back on the water now. We're in sequence. 5 minutes to go. We'll be coming up to the 4-minute gun very shortly, and we'll keep you locked in on that as we get very excited for this double points last race. I think if it went majorly badly for the top three, Matthias Coots and Oscar Gunn, it's pretty tough for them to make up a 12-point margin, but it does depend on what happens in front of them. We'll watch that unfold. They're sitting in fourth place.
We've all seen crazier things happen, so...
We have indeed. That is for sure.
Obviously, the wind is a little bit more stable today than yesterday and the previous day, with that being a little bit more southeast direction. But, still got a big current ripping out there.
Better for our eyes too, Mel, because that bottom mark is not directly into the sunlight.
Very true. And the extra awning that we've got up is helping as well.
Oh, indeed. The Marshall boats have done a great job too of keeping the actual Hamilton Island boats out of the way. I think most of them have now returned to the marina. So you should be up here watching. We're getting ready to go for the last race of the series here for the Palm Beach Motor Yachts Trans-Tasman 49er Exhibition Series as part of the 40th anniversary of Hamilton Island Race Week. We're within sequence. And the boats are now directly into the sunshine.
Isn't it a completely different starting style compared to yesterday, where they had the side-on current, and today it's more, directly into the wind. So they're staying well back from the line because they're seeing how quick that current is pushing them up towards the line.
Just a little bit of breeze can change everything as well. Your technique has to be modified slightly. Your body weight moving back a little bit. It's very flat. There's no waves in the channel right now. It's amazing.
Perfect skiff weather, that's for sure. No one likes waves in those narrow boats, especially downwind.
When you say that, all I can think of is the Beijing medal race for the Aussie boys and those massive waves.
I think every boat in that race had a turn of pitch poling.
Every single boat definitely capsized in that race. It was insane.
Very tough conditions. The wind probably wasn't that bad. It was only 18 knots or thereabouts, but the 2 knots of current against that sort of wind, well, we even know how that plays out in this sort of neighbourhood. Certainly on that western side of Dent Passage, when the current is against the wind, certainly a good mid-teen, high-teen wind, it can really put up big waves.
Absolutely, and we are almost up to that 1 minute gun. You can see the pattern start to change for these sailors. They'll start to inch closer towards the start line, start to get into a rack formation on starboard tack. Unless, of course, they want to head out to that right-hand side, as we've seen in the last 2 races. One minute to go. Starting to accelerate. Where would you want to start, Mal?
Well, I guess seeing that last race there, that right-hand side seems more reliable. I'm not to say that it's the only way to go, but it probably seems the safer bet.
This ferry's coming right through and will time this start perfectly, I think.
There could be a few waves to surf maybe too.
You know how we mentioned that there were no waves on the course? That has just changed. Here, and we're on the water getting ready for a start, watching that F flag. It will come down and we'll see the boats accelerate for the final race of the Palm Beach Motor Yachts Trans-Tasman 49er Exhibition Series. They're starting to tack over onto port as well, bearing away. A few have not timed it perfectly.
Missed the pin there.
The Sundays have nailed that start. Isaac McCarty and William McKenzie, silver medalists from Paris 2024, are often racing on starboard. And Matthias Coots and Oscar Gunn have gotten the best port tack out of the bunch. Big splits once again.
It is. Looks like we've got those 2 packs going right and left again. Both seem in really good pressure. Oh, there we go. Tack on Oz 4, I think it is.
That's New Zealand 4. That's those silver medalists, the Sundays. They've decided that they can't let that right-hand side go. What's that saying? You know, cross them when you can.
Well, every shift is only temporary. So until you bank it, until you cross them, it could go back the other way.
And I think for those sailors, they just want to be in striking distance as well. This has been their comeback regatta as such. So they're just getting their skills back up to par as well. Got a long way to go.
Have a year off, come to Hamilton Island to start your campaign again towards LA 2028.
And even though I say that, they're in a beautiful position. They'll come back, leading the pack. On the screen, we have Hamilton Island Air also in a good position. If we go to the wide screen, though, you'll see out on that right-hand side.
All the boats queued up. Nearly
They're all
everybody on
queued up.
starboard tack.
Double stringing as they come into the top mark. I do think, though, that the Sundays are on lay.
Well, I've got some bad news there for Otto Henry and Shaw Connor. It looks like they've had a probably pretty average first work there, and they find themselves at the back of the pack. Let's see what they can do to come through. And obviously they were battling with Max Paul and Harry Price, which are just rounded in third place.
Two Kiwis round the top mark in first and second position. Matthias Coots and Oscar Gunn on North Sails. They're in fourth position. They want to move up, and they're in a monster puff. I would be very surprised if they're not in front of the silver medalists on the Sundays by the bottom mark as they bear away and take advantage of that puff. Oz 25 right on their hammer. Buckingham Marine Services with Max Paul up front for Harry Price. Oh, that! In saying that now, the Sundays have absolutely smoked across there too. It'll be close at the bottom mark.
It will be. Looks like good right-hand pressure at the moment. So you can see the two flag spinnakers coming down on a great angle. Obviously, New Zealand 45, the North Sails boat, picked him up on starboard. They'll probably be split gates here. No, I think they're both going to right. So it looks like the North Sails boat got stuck on the outside.
He got stuck on the outside and conceded, and they'll curl around behind. No room for Buckingham Marine Services to get inside them, and they'll come straight back out on this right-hand shift. This is absolutely glorious racing. Beautiful positioning. We're out on the water. There's that pack coming back across, led by Isaac McCarty and William Mackenzie. New Zealand 4. North Sails tacks off.
After their first day disaster with the spinnaker, hey, they're coming back strong, hey? I guess they're showing their class.
Showing their class, and also how much they've improved getting back in the boat together. Winning the last race for them would be a massive moral victory for the rest of their campaign that's ahead.
Yeah, the other boat we haven't talked about, Nick, is where is the stealth boat? Where is Rico's Palm Beach stealth boat?
The stealth boat, I can't see them. It's a double points race. Oh, they're right in front of us, actually. They're in about 7th position.
Okay, they're probably doing enough at the moment. I've just seen Max Paul and Harry Price sitting in third place, or maybe pushing into second here if they're lucky. They might be able to tack in front of the North Sails boat, which they have just done. So, yeah, if Max and Harry can pull off a good race here, you never know. Might put some pressure on the Seb and George in Palm Beach.
The Sundays have tacked. This is the last leg for them here at beautiful Hamilton Island. They've done it in style. They're back in the boat, and they're reaching in without a spinnaker. They've got enough of a gap to come into the finish and take the win potentially. Oh, I don't want to jinx them, but they're on a perfect line headed towards the windward end of the line.
It's always a great way to finish the last race of the regatta on winning. You go home with good emotions, so that's good to see those boys back.
That is, what a way to stamp your comeback, but to win the last race, the double points, they cross the line in first position.
I think
Great work.
there's some high five there from Max and Otto, and sorry, I got that wrong. Harry and Max.
Harry and Max cross the line in
Buckingham.
second place, and they've done everything that they can this race other than win it. North Sails in third, and we've got a fight between New Zealand 135 Journey Beyond and Palm Beach, the stealth boat, rounds in fifth. I think that will be enough for them. Let's have a little bit of a look.
Yes, that will be enough for my quick maths in my brain. Yeah,
Yep.
that should put them about 6 points in front of
Yep.
Buckingham Marine.
I've got nods coming from my team here. I've got great help backing me up today. I think we could say pretty confidently that Seb Menzies and George Lee Rush have done enough. Harry Price and Max Paul should remain in second position. It will be close to see whether North Sails can move up into third with this double points situation?
Yeah, third place will be interesting to work out, but I think from an FX standpoint, I'd say Laura and Annie probably did enough. That wasn't their best race, but I think it was good enough to let the Amex boat win the FX division.
Now, how good is that? Seb Menzies and George Lee Rush on Palm Beach. They finished with 31 points, which is how much second and third that were tied on before that race finished on. So, yeah.
Doesn't double points actually change things very quickly?
Very, very quickly. So, oh my gosh, absolutely glorious racing. That was just stunning as you see them head back towards Airport Beach. Now, the best thing, ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching from the Bommy deck, you can now make your way down towards Front Street. That is where we will have the presentation for these incredible athletes. And I don't think this is the last time we'll see Olympic classes at Hamilton Island, Malcolm.
No, not at all. Not at all. I know we spoke about that yesterday, Nick, but what a place to come. You know, what a perfect place to be to do some training, do some sailing. So, and obviously with the 2032 games coming to this neck of the woods in Australia, who knows if this will be Olympic venue or will it be back on the mainland or go as far north as Cairns or Townsville? Who knows? But we'll find that out probably in, I don't know, I'm guessing now, but somewhere between 2.5 and 3.5 years' time.
Indeed, and a big shout out also to the team on board Amex. They took out the FX win, 67 points in the overall, but very, very solid in the 49er FX results. A reminder again that the presentation will be down on Front Street as soon as these incredible athletes are ready. But let's give a big shout out to all of the teams and their sponsors as well of the teams: Palm Beach, Buckingham Marine Services, Club Car, North Sails, Journey Beyond, Easy Go, Steadfast, Hamilton Island Air, the Sundays, Amex, Ordminet, IGA and AG1. And of course, we cannot thank Palm Beach Motor Yachts enough for their incredible support of this event. This was something so special to be a part of. As you can see, the athletes there heading into Airport Beach. Beautiful scenes. There's the winning FX on screen now. Doesn't that just look like absolute paradise right there?
Doesn't it ever? That's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. The sad thing is, obviously, most of these athletes will probably join the Yachties tonight and have a bit of fun on Front Street with the bands. But the thing is, they've got to pack containers tomorrow.
They do have to pack containers tomorrow. But that reminds me, Malcolm, we do have Furnace and the Fundamentals on Front Street after 9 p.m. tonight. If you haven't seen them before, they are absolutely phenomenal.
I'm too old for that, Nick. I have to be home in bed by 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, yeah, I know. It would be good if they played from 7 until 9.
Yeah, I could attend then.
Excellent. We're going to go down to the water. We do have Katie with one of the athletes alongside. Here we go. We'll see if we can get an interview with these winning athletes on Palm Beach. We've got them on screen at least. That is
The winners.
excellent.
We are just approaching the winners here on Palm Beach.
Amazing. Seb Menzies and George Lee Rush. Let's have a chat to them.
Seb and George, congratulations. What a win. Everyone's watching on Front Street and we'd love to hear some words for you on the event, the main sponsor being Palm Beach, and your time here on Hamilton Island.
Yeah, it was an awesome event. First time we've all done exhibition racing, which has been good fun. But yeah, no, just a big thank you to everyone at Hamilton Island, and specifically we got lucky with Palm Beach as our sponsor. So yeah, happy to do it for them as well.
Yeah, it's been incredible racing and hopefully good for the broadcast. It's been pretty tricky with all the tide and shiftiness and up and down breeze we've had, but I think we've all enjoyed it and it's been great racing the Kiwis and Aussies and having a good rivalry, and yeah, we're excited.
And I think an opportunity to thank all our sponsors, but specifically Palm Beach Motor Yachts, clearly the omen for you and something you might need going forward for your Olympic campaign.
I'll let George take this one.
Yeah, I mean, like Seb says, we're pretty lucky to get the main sponsor on our sail for the week. They've just put on an awesome event here, and we can't thank them enough for having us here. It's been an awesome experience, and we'd love to do it again. And yeah, like you say, maybe get them involved in the Olympic campaign. We'd be more than excited for that to happen. So yeah, big thanks to them.
And also, from everyone else, thank you to all the sponsors that helped run this event. Obviously, couldn't have done it without everyone, so yeah, thank you everyone.
Thank you, and congratulations to both the 49ers and the 49er FX teams. And back to you, Nick.
Thank you so much, Katie. How great to hear from the athletes out on the water. It's been absolutely...
Very good words for them. So does that mean they win at Palm Beach?
I know, how good is that? Katie's totally stitched up Palm Beach there too. Now they're going to have to sponsor the New Zealand team, the Australian team. But I just want to say a massive thank you to Hamilton Island for backing this initially. I mean, it's fantastic that Palm Beach Motor Yachts have come on, but the vision, I've been talking to the team for such a long time, and the vision to support these Olympic athletes and to really bring together the heritage of the 40th anniversary of this event with the future of our sport has just been just so lovely.
A-class. A-class.
A-class, indeed. And we continue to watch these athletes head into the beach over at Airport Beach. I think we'll leave them now, and we will head down to Front Street ourselves, Mal, to shake the hands and to say congratulations. Well done to Palm Beach, Seb Menzies and George Lee Rush for winning the 49ers. Well done to Laura Harding and Annie Wilmot on Amex for winning the 49er FX class. And at least we can say, Mal, that was one each for the Aussies and the Kiwis in this Trans-Tasman 49er exhibition series. We'll take it.
Yes, very well organised, I must admit.
Indeed. We might go to our outro clip now. Thank you so much for joining us on Front Street. Thank you for joining us in the hotel room, if that's where you're watching, on the Hamilton Island YouTube channel or on Sailor Girl on Facebook. We'll be back, not tomorrow because it's lay day, but the next day with our Dent Passage starts.